What's up guys, just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is Wednesday the 24th of August. And today's episode is absolutely jam-packed with some really good rumours that potentially could go through before deadline day next week. In fact, deadline day is 1 week away from today, so we have got a lot to cover between now and then, but still, it's something to look forward to. So, before we get any further, as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,500 likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours, and let me know what rumours I should do in the next episode. And finally, if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in that description box, guys. 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And there was a second video last night, so make sure to go check that out if you did miss it. So let's start off with the confirmed transfers today, and the very first one is one for Aston Villa. And that player is the Belgian right-back of Richie de Laet, formerly out of Leicester City. He was out on loan to Middlesbrough last season when they got promoted from the Championship. So he's joined Roberto Di Matteo's side for £1.96 million. It's a player that's very good on FIFA Ultimate Team and could be quite good if he's cheap next year. Now we move on to the next player, Robert Bauer. He has joined Werder Bremen from FC Ingolstadt in Germany for £2.13 million. Honestly, not too sure what he's like in real life, but born in 1995. Now we move on to Marco Marin going to Olympiacos. That is for £2.55 million, and Chelsea have loaned him out so much over the last 4 years. In fact, since signing for Chelsea in 2012, he's been at Sevilla, Fiorentina, Anderlecht and Trabzonspor. So it didn't really work out for him whatsoever once he joined from Werder Bremen, but still I'm assuming could offer quite a bit for Olympiacos. Now we move on to Ragnar Sigurdsson going to Fulham. That is from Krasnodar in the Russian league for £4 million. I believe he's one of the heroes for Iceland at Euro 2016. He was linked to a couple of Premier League clubs here and there as well, so Fulham done well with that for £4 million like I said. And finally we got on to a player not on FIFA Ultimate Team, and he's actually not been an Ultimate Team for about 3 years now, Dragovic. The Austrian centre-back has joined Bayer Leverkusen from Dynamo Kiev in Ukraine for £15.3 million. He is actually on FIFA 16, but again not an Ultimate Team because he's in the Austrian national team and that makes him a free agent on career mode. And those stats on the screen are taken directly from head to head, so he's a player that I will probably use quite a bit next year, get some very good links and potentially very cheap. He'll link up to the likes of Jonathan Tah, which could be a very good pairing, but also the main man, David Alaba. And now we move on to potential deals, and like I said, absolutely jam-packed with really good rumours today. And the very first one, Loic Remy linked to Crystal Palace, according to Le 10 Sport. And they said that Crystal Palace are set to sign Chelsea striker Loic Remy on loan, which includes a £10 million option to buy at the end of it. And after just signing Christian Benteke, I think they've dropped their interest in Niasse from Everton. Get rid of Balassi as well. This would not be a bad deal. And it's probably a risk worth taking because at QPR, remember how good he was, a very clinical striker and stuff. And then since then, it's kind of gone downhill since he went to Chelsea. Not really played too much. And it is a loan deal. If he does bad, send him back to Chelsea. But if he does well, £10 million and you get your man. And now we move on to Ryan Mason. According to Sky Sports News, Hull have open talks with Tottenham over a move for out-of-favour midfielder Ryan Mason. He was one of a few players told by Mauricio Pochettino that he has not got any plans to use him next season, so he's looking for a move away. And Hull City, they've still not signed a player as of yet, and we're 1 week away from the end, but finally, it looks like they will actually sign somebody. And he would link up to former Spurs teammates Tom Huddleston and Jake Livermore. Now we move on to next player, another player linked to Hull City, a big name as well, Salvatore Sirigu. According to Le Parisien, Hull are interested in signing Salvatore Sirigu on a season-long loan deal from Paris Saint-Germain, although Sevilla also are interested, according to Marca. Now, if this was a permanent basis, I think he'll choose Hull because they could offer so much money. I'm not saying that Sevilla can't, by the way, but I'm assuming that at Hull, he'd be a guaranteed starter, whereas at Sevilla, like I said before, potentially a backup. Next up, we've gone to Wilfred Boney for the second or third day in a row linked to West Ham United. According to Daily Telegraph today, West Ham can only sign Wilfred Boney on a 6-month loan deal because the Manchester City striker has a deal in place with an unnamed Chinese Super League team to join them in January. If that is true, I'm not sure whether West Ham will actually go for him now because getting 6 months out of him, if he does well in that time, they won't be able to get him after that. Now, obviously the money in the Premier League is extortionate, but in China, they can go the next level. They can practically say, you know what, we want this player, we'll give you like £300,000 per week, despite him currently being on say 60. Graziano Pelle, for example, he joined a Chinese Super League team right after Euro 2016, and that was from Southampton, where he's probably quite well paid. I'm not sure of his exact amount, but I think he's now the 6th highest paid player in the world. But another player that West Ham are linked to Carlos Bacca, essentially every couple of days he's rumoured to West Ham, and the other day AC Milan put on their website he's staying with them. But now, according to AC Milan's official TV channel, West Ham have made a new offer for the Colombian striker. However, it is understood the Rossoneri have rejected the bid from the East London club, who are now on the lookout for a new forward after losing record signing Andre Ayew for 4 months with a thigh injury. And yesterday I mentioned how Liverpool were willing to loan out Mamadou Sakho, and according to multiple sources today, including the Daily Mail, Sunderland had the opportunity to get him, but they rejected it. But they are close to signing Javi Manquillo on loan from Atletico Madrid for the season. Sunderland need reinforcements at centre-back, and Sakho could be one of them players. But apparently David Moyes is very happy with Papi Djulabodji, who is his left-sided centre-back. And that is where Sakho plays, and after Liverpool beat Burton 5-0 yesterday, Jurgen Klopp did say there are no secrets surrounding their talks with Liverpool loaning out Mamadou Sakho. So we'll have to wait and see, but if Sakho does go out on loan, I'm hoping it's to a team where he get first team football and come back to us as good as he was before his ban. Now we go on to Ricardo Quaresma linked to Milan. According to Fanatic, AC Milan are considering a move for Besiktas's Ricardo Quaresma after failing to agree a deal for Ajax's El Ghazi. That is all that one says. It doesn't mention a fee or anything like that, but if he did go to Milan, that'd be pretty sick, although I'm pretty sure at one point he did play for their rivals Inter. Next up is Bastian Schweinsteiger. According to Bild, Jose Mourinho is willing to let Bastian Schweinsteiger leave for as little as £2 million in an attempt to get the midfielder's £190,000 a week salary off the wage bill. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 5 earners at United, so obviously they wouldn't get rid of him for cheap, because right now 190k a week is a lot, especially for someone who's being forced to train with the reserves. But whoever he goes to, he'll probably have to drop his wage demands at a fair amount to actually get a new club. Now that we go on to the next player, that is going to be DeAndre Yedlin linked to Newcastle United. Sky sources understand that Tottenham's DeAndre Yedlin is in Newcastle for a medical ahead of a permanent move to St James's Park. The defender spent last season on loan at their rival Sunderland, but the fee apparently anywhere up to £5 million. He's also been linked to Hull City and Derby, so a player who's very much in demand right now for a fair few clubs, but is going to be going to Newcastle by the looks of things. But he will be replacing the next guy, as going to be Daryl Janmaat, who's very close to joining Watford. Again, Sky Sports are saying that Watford have stolen a march on West Ham by agreeing a £7.5 million fee with Newcastle for Daryl Janmaat, with the player now set to undergo a medical with the Hornets. And a Sky Sports presenter on Twitter did say that after Janmaat, he understands one more arrival will be wanted, with the interest in little Sofiane Boufal still very much strong. And even if they don't get Boufal, Watford have had a very solid transfer window in my opinion. Now we move on to the next player, Nabil Bentaleb, but it also includes the next guy, Moussa Sissoko. So according to the Daily Mirror, Tottenham are considering using Nabil Bentaleb as a make-weight in their attempts to land Newcastle United one-way winger, Moussa Sissoko, who is right there. Newcastle want £35 million for Sissoko, and I think a couple of days ago, Rafa did say they won't lowball themselves if they're to sell him, which basically means they won't drop the price. But if Spurs come in with Bentaleb plus cash, I think they rejected a £10 million offer for Bentaleb from Schalke just last week. So potentially the offer could be like £15 to £20 million plus Bentaleb, but we'll have to wait and see if Spurs get their man, and Newcastle potentially get a lot of money for Sissoko and a player as well. Now we move on to Lucas Perez linked to Everton. It is a very brief one though from BBC, but they are saying that Everton are keen to sign Deportivo La Coruña striker Lucas Perez. The 27-year-old scored 17 goals in La Liga last season and is currently valued at around £15 million. That is 1-5 by the way, not 5-0, but Leicester, they were linked to him a couple of weeks ago, but that kind of died down ever so slightly, but it'd be quite cool to see what he's like in the Premier League after a very good season last year. Now we move on to Sami Nasri, very close to joining Besiktas. Well, that is according to TurkishFootball.com. They are saying that Besiktas president Fikret Orman has flown to England to complete a deal for Sami Nasri, who's been told by City that he can leave. No fee has been mentioned, but a couple of weeks ago, when he was linked to Italy, it was around £15 million or around that. Now we move on to Alessio Romagnoli into Chelsea again. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Chelsea are ready to make an improved offer of €35 million plus bonuses for Alessio Romagnoli, with Antonio Conte desperate to sign a new central defender. You're probably fully aware that yesterday they had a £30 million bid rejected for him, so it's like Koulibaly, that's off the cards now, but Romagnoli, I'm not sure. I imagine the add-ons will probably take up to like 40 potentially. It would be a big one, but this guy has got a lot of potential. And it could mean that Milan double their money in just 1 year. Now we move on to Heung-min Son linked to VfL Wolfsburg. That is according to Sky in England and also in Germany. They are saying that Wolfsburg are interested in signing Heung-min Son from Tottenham. The 24-year-old could cost £17.2 million. And bear in mind, they did pay about £25 million for him just 1 year ago from the Bundesliga. Now we move on to the next player, Cabano, or Cabano. I'm not really sure how you say his name, but according to Sky sources, Fulham have agreed a £3.8 million deal to sign him from Genk. They understand he is due to fly to London to complete a medical and finalise personal terms. Cabano is 24 years old and is a Congo international who played for France at youth level. Actually, I think I recognise him from having a Team of the Season card back on FIFA 15 or maybe even FIFA 16. By the way, he is linked to Fulham, as is the next guy, Asamoah Gyan. Again, according to Sky Sports, Fulham are interested in signing Ghana international striker Asamoah Gyan on loan. The 30-year-old has struggled for playing time at Shanghai SIPG. And from like a business point of view, this guy is an absolute genius. He's played in China, I think he's played in Qatar possibly, and his wage has been absolutely astronomical for the last like 4 or 5 years. And now according to an Italian outfit called Radio CRC, they're saying that Napoli and Man City have reached an agreement for loan of Mangala. AC Milan and Porto have also made loan offers for Mangala according to Le 10 Sport. But apparently he wants to stay in the Premier League, so I'm not sure what team he'll go to, but currently not linked to any Premier League clubs of what I'm aware of. Now we move on to another player actually playing for Man City but not an Ultimate Team, Zinchenko. According to Football 24, new Man City signing Zinchenko has agreed to spend the next season on loan at PSV Eindhoven in the Eredivisie, with an official announcement expected in a matter of days. And now we move on to 3 massive Real Madrid stars, and first up, Gareth Bale, according to Marca, is set to sign a massive new deal. He'll sign a 5-year contract with Madrid worth €10 million per season, placing him equal footing with Sergio Ramos and just behind Cristiano Ronaldo. And Marca are also saying that after Gareth Bale, Luka Modric is next in line to sign a new contract extension. And Bale's is likely to be finalised in the next few days, but next up is the main man, Cristiano Ronaldo. And the Daily Mirror are saying that Ronaldo will sign a new deal as well, but that will be announced in September. And the wonder kid Martin Odegaard will also sign a new deal until 2021. And second to last today is going to be Matuidi linked to Juventus. PSG have received a €22 million plus €5 million bonus offer from Juventus for Matuidi, according to Damasio. France Football confirmed that Juventus have accelerated their talks with Matuidi, but they point out that the player prefers a move to the Premier League. And Damasio also says that PSG are holding out for €30 million. And if that's the case, many Premier League clubs will jump on that. And just say, Liverpool need a CDM, so Matuidi wouldn't be too bad, would it? But honestly, he probably wants Champions League football. Now, finally today, we got on to Claudio Bravo. He's arrived at Manchester City. Well, he's arrived at Manchester Airport, so on Thursday, he's likely to fully be confirmed as a City player. This is because apparently Barca have agreed a deal with Ajax to sign Jasper Cillessen. And to be fair, Barca have said he is on his way to City. I think Guardiola mentioned it yesterday in his press conference. And that could be the end for Joe Hart as well, guys. So there has been all today's potential transfers as well as the confirmed stuff at the very beginning. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,000 fire likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours, and let me know rumours I should do in the next episode. And finally, if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in that description box, guys. 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day, and you may have missed yesterday's second video, which again will be down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.